Oh, good morning. Just going to do a little drawing today. Too warm for this. Too bloody warm. Oh, I was going to make it a whole thing that I do this in a dressing gown, but it's still too warm. Welcome to another drawing video. The last time I did a drawing video, it was quite long. I was a bit worried about it, but I had so many positive comments. I really did. I thought, yeah, let's do another one. Plus, if I don't, I get a bit rusty, and that's one skill that's gone, just flushed down the toilet. It's very temperamental, this drawing lark. Right, so let's go through. Got the page of penises there. Everything's quite sexual looking, really. A little flat face there. This is what we did last time. These ones here. I hope to top it today, because it is Halloween. It's Halloween season. Season for Halloweening. So I want to do something grotesque. A real grotesquerie this day. And we're going to go landscape. I can never remember landscape and portrait. I have to really think about it. Right. Let's get some pencils out. There was a guy outside of a chainsaw earlier. 'Tis Halloween after all. No, there was someone cutting a tree down or something. It was very loud. I'm hoping they've given up for the day, or the tree has been felled. Right, let's go 2H. 2H is my go-to for sketching. Now I find when you do a landscape picture, start at one end. One end, one or the other. Because if you go in the middle, you'll have a big old page of nothingness on the side. Always happens. Let's start with an oval, as we so often do. A little oval there. And then we're going to go for a bigger oval. There. My God, I'm drawing the exact same thing I did last time. No, I think I have something slightly different in mind this time. Alright, so you should try not to slam your pencils down, by the way. Breaks all the lead inside. Drawing 101. Right, I want to do some big old eyes here. You didn't even know this was a face. You could have guessed. Big old eyes. Cute looking eyes. Deceptive. Deceptive eyes. Let's get some creases and folds, like a crease and a fold. Me adds interest. I quite like going in blind. Never know what you're gonna get. What film is that from? Oh, Forrest Gump. He doesn't say anything like that. You never know what you're gonna get. You never know what you're gonna get. Right, we have the formings of a mouth here. I want a nice big old mouth. 'Tis Halloween. Big old gaping maw. It's good to have a lot of gum as well. That could be taken out of context somehow. It just sounds dirty. This is the little flappy skinny bit, skinny fleshy flappy bit that dinosaurs have on the side. It's the problem when you're drawing a mouth and you're looking down like this. There's no way you can get away with hiding some teeth. You have to bloody draw them all. Droopy lip. Little droopy looking there. I will periodically be checking the window. I've just put my washing out in the garden. It's going to rain. So it's going to rain for a very brief window. So I need to check out for. I need to keep checking for that. Right, this is not really at all like I envisioned in my brain, but that's fine. We're going on an adventure. I'm going on an adventure. Nobody liked The Hobbit. I liked The Hobbit. Did I say that last time I did one of these drawing things? I'm that passionate about it. I think The Hobbit is a good film. It's a bit weird. This drawing's weird already. Somebody told me it's not a goiter. Can't remember who that was. Let's do a big. Someone also gave me the advice of moving the light to the other side, which makes perfect sense since I am a lefty. That's not my political stance, by the way. Let's have a snake-like body that coils around into an actual body. That was my name on the circuit, Body. Back in the swinging 60s. This is going to need, there's no way, I don't care how strong or supernatural this thing is, nothing would hold this head up unless it had some kind of arm around here. We need an arm. That sort of shape. But I want it to be kind of tube-like. It's kind of like an elephant's foot. But we'll give it another little sort of slug membrane-y type bit coming out the bottom there. Like it's... And let's give it a little fat belly down here. I don't know, I'm quite liking the silhouette of this thing. Going to do more with the mouth, obviously. It's a nice weird thing, isn't it? No. No, Dan. You idiot. Got to remember to keep my mouth shut as well, not gormless. Gormless is a word you don't hear much these days. Oh, I quite like that little leg there. And luckily, this other leg is hidden. Ain't got to worry about that one. Although I probably should worry about it a little bit. Right, let's do some teeth. I don't want this to be an evil monster, although it is Halloween, but I always much prefer human-like teeth. I think they look stranger. Ever since we were kids, well, at least people who draw, have been doing sharp fangs. It's like one of the first things you want to do. When you think of a monster, you think, sharp fangs. But I think human-like teeth are much more interesting. Quite like it. I like it so much that I'm worried about ruining it with the colours. Now let's give it a tongue. Got to have something over here. Hey! I think that looks pretty interesting, if I do say so myself. Have a little swig of coffee. I don't think I've seen anything like this, and that's really pretty much what all of my drawings boil down to. Has it been done before? I'll be back in a minute with some colouring. God, I can't talk today. A whole video of me just talking to the camera, and I can't do it. Okay, I'm not going to draw this again. See you in a bit. Tis time for colouring. And same as last time, I'm going to be using Tong Fu pens. The ever unpredictable Tong Fu pens. Now I want this thing to be fleshy, so we're going to go for a light skin white and fruit pink. I'm going to go very light to dark, tis key. It's going to be very light this, but let's just get in there. Sorry for the squeaking. A lot of people don't like the squeaking. Well, not a lot of people. I think there's like 2 or 3 comments that didn't like the squeaking, but there's nothing I can do about it, really. Just going to give the whole thing a once over. There's a lot of sketch lines there, but I'm thinking they'll look fine with all the colours on top. Like I said before on the last video, you have to be confident with these pens that they're going to work out. Because there's a lot of streaks and things going on here, but it all bleeds into each other and it all blends out quite nicely. It smooths itself out. Great thing about alcohol markers is it takes you back to being a kid, colouring in. Adults don't really colour in. But actually I say that, it's a whole thing, isn't it? Or it was a few years ago, adult colouring books. Silly things. I don't see why adults shouldn't colour in. You should not be colouring in. You should be writing novels. Romantic novels set in the countryside. On estates. With men in big flowy white shirts. Getting out of ponds. That's one of them, isn't it? That's old Colin... Is it Colin Firth? He did that. Came wading out of a lake with a big white shirt on. And that's sexy, is it? That's what I've been doing wrong. My clothes are dry. Squeaking's done. No more squeaking for now. Right. I'm going to take a bit of pale pink here, it's more pinker, it's probably going to be quite dark, but I'm prepared for it, and I'm going to just do the lips and some extremities. If you look at yourself, If you look at yourself, some of the extremities are pink sometimes. I mean, none of mine seem to be really, but there's always a little sort of slight hint. Hugh, look at yourself! Right. Oh, that's very pink. We'll blend it. I'm going to blend it straight away. It's like he's got lipstick on. That's fine. It's fine. We'll fix that. Skin white. Right, come on. Blend, Joel. Sorry for the squeaking. I can't apologise every time. Just ain't got time for it. Well, I've got you. 'Tis the Halloween season. I trust some of you have been watching horror films, if that's your bag. Like the one up there. I do hope there's no boobs in that. I think there may be at some point. I'll have to blur them out. If you can tell me what the film is, leave it. If you know what the film is, do leave it in the comments. I like to know when other people watch the same shiz I do. Right, I'm going to colour these flappy bits pink. These little slug membrane-y bits. I don't really think there's anything that can't be fixed when using these alcohol markers. Not really. Have fun. That's what I say. People who know me would say you've never ever said that, Dan. You've never ever wished for someone to have fun. I think that pink was a very bad choice on the lips there. Like I said, I'll fix it later. Hey, we're having fun. Well, I am. I don't know why I'm talking like this. I'm Nick Nolte. I'm Nick Nolte. I'm Nick Nolte. Anyone remember Nick Nolte? You know, I'm someone who would love to be able to do impressions, and I even think I can do a couple, but I think I might do them for you, so I can watch it back and then realise that, oh my God, that's why people were laughing at you. Not because the impression was so good. Now, there is one I can confidently do that people say that is quite good, and that is Gollum. Except it's probably the least sexy, the most unsexy impression you could ever do. Not to say that impressions are sexy, but they could be, in the right circumstance. I don't want to do it now. Cut to me doing it. Come along, hobbitses. Long ways to go yet. Stupid fat hobbit. Very phlegmy, isn't he, Gollum? Stupid fat hobbitses. Sneaking. If you can do Gollum, then you can do Krang from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Shredder! This is kind of, you do like a thing with your throat where you close the throat and make it a bit sort of, oh, I don't really know how to explain it, but if you can do that with your throat, then you can do Krang. Shredder! Get me those turtles! It's all about inflections with Krang. All up and down. It's all over the place, that Krang. Do apologise. Sorry about that. These army bits need to be pinker. This is rose pink. I'm going to test it. I'm going to test it on a page. It's quite pink. Pink as well. Come on. Right. Peach. Let's try peach. Bet your peach isn't even peach. This. Yes, let's do this. So blend that in with powder pink, I believe. So we're going to go at the ends. A bit more blood pooling at the end here. Pooling. That'll do, that's right. Did I mention something about horror films? I can't remember. Halloween. Oh yeah, I watched a new horror film the other day that I actually really liked, called The Substance. I'm sure everybody's heard of it. It's making waves with Demi Moore. Very body horror. It's no surprise to you, I'm sure, that I like body horror. It disturbs me, but I find it very creative and interesting. Strange that a whole genre can be created like that. Cronenberg really invented body horror, I think. But I find it bizarre that a whole sort of genre could be created. Let's take this peach and I'm going to do these lips again, because that's more the colour I wanted. That one's far too pink, it's almost neon pink. Yes, The Substance. That's That's what I was talking about. Very good. Demi Moore is naked for about 40% of it, which is quite admirable for a woman of her age. Not age shaming or anything like that, but to have the confidence to do that. My hat's off to her. And the young woman in it, I don't know what her name is. She's naked quite a lot of it as well. Strange though, isn't it? Because as a child, that would have been like, oh my god, they're naked. But now, we're all so desensitized to it. Everybody's naked. I'm naked right now under these clothes. Everybody's naked. I'm going to colour this bit with the pink, the same pink I used for the feet. Just we get our base colours down. Alright, what to do now? Let's do more shade. Now I'm going to test out this on the back page. Didn't want to test it out on the back page. That's quite light, I want darker. Rose beige. How dark is this going to be? Pretty dark. Anything lighter than that? Let's just do this. Let's do this rose beige. It's quite dark, but you know what? So what? Let's just be bold. There would be a lot of shadows cast. Something that, oh my god, this is so dark. It's really dark. Right. Do you remember just a few moments ago when I said anything can be saved? It can all be saved. What an idiot I was. Fuck it. F it. We're going all in. We're going all in. Going all bloody in. It'll be fine. I'm going to make the gradients between the shadow and the light less jarring. So let's just start adding this in as well. I mean, shadows do tend to have hard lines. It's a quite a bold move to actually go ahead and do those bold lines. You've got to be quite brave. I mean, I'm not brave by any means. But I'm all in now. Going all in. I don't know. Sorry. Well, let's start doing some lines. So I want them to be wormy. I like doing wormy things. I like doing flabby things. I like doing folds. It's my jam. It's my cup of tea. They're fun to do. Okay, so I'm being much more slapdash. Much more slapdash now. That's the way to be. Got all sorts going on with this thing. You know, it's always the way. When it's a drawing I really like, I'll end up screwing it up with the colours. It's my job to turn it around now. It's that dark brown that I regret. That walnutty colour. But it's like John Lennon said, I don't want to do nothing, I just want to stay in bed and have sex with Yoko all day. No, when he said, give me a I'm an artist, give me a tuba and I'll get you a song out of it. There are some well-respected tuba players out there that were greatly offended when he said that. Now, some of you may see this drawing video and think, oh, what is that? Is Dan a drawing channel now? And the answer is no, not at all. I have I have a Halloween project, a build in progress in the middle of being done. But I'm kind of on a roll here, releasing a video a week. I want to sort of ride that wave as long as I can. So I thought, you know what, let's get a little drawing video, if not for the patrons. The ones who want to see me. I mean, I'll be releasing it to everyone, but it'll get refined and stuff. It'll be fine. Just gonna take a little break. I'll be back soon. Right, had a little think about it. Let's come in with a whole lot of shade, and a whole lot of shadow. Make whole areas darker. I mean, this will all be refined. I know it will. Like me. Not refined at all. Just put on this voice. Let you all think I am. Can't wait to get the old fineliners out, to be honest. Start refining some of this stuff. I hope everybody knows when I'm joking. You can pretty much count on 80% of everything I say being a joke. Oops. Whoops. Skin white, that's what I want. The thing I find with these alcohol markers is you're always rushing. Because I'm still not 100% sure of what I'm doing. It's like a bit of a race. Don't let the stuff dry out. I'm going to need to start doing some of the other stuff now just to get my confidence back. Some of the fine liners and the white pencil and stuff like that. Well, that's a bit of texture, I suppose. A bit of definition. A bit of 3D-ness. Let's do the gums. It's orange, I know it's orange. But I'm doing it now. I'm going to go over this with red, don't worry. Hey, maybe this will turn out great. Maybe that will happen. Gums can be orange, right? A bit of blending. I need to stop being afraid of doing such dark colours. Right, let's get in here with some rose red. And down here. One day I will go into this with complete confidence, and I hope you're there for the day when that happens. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Better be fine. Using this brown in here for a bit of shadow. Well, rose beige, but pretty blooming dark. Right, let's do the tongue a little purpley. No, that's a good colour. We'll do that. That's the tongue. It's just pink. Just bloody pink. We're doing it now. Now let's take a light purplish colour. No. Right, well, I'm doing it now. I've done it. Professional alcohol marcopic marker artists out there potentially watching this thinking, what are you doing? What are you doing, Dan? I think I'm having fun, although I'm not 100% sure. Barely beige. Well, you say you're barely beige. I'm going to do the teeth now, by the way. You say you're barely beige, but you're quite beige. Milky white. That'll do. That's a teeth, a base tooth colour. It's the colour of my teeth. Milky white. Well, probably more beige. Do people still make that offensive joke about British people having bad teeth? That's fine to do, is it? Right. How's it looking on there? It's still an interesting design, whatever happens. Right, before I go any further, I want to use one of my Faber-Castell pens and just do a whole load of shadow. Is this the lightest one? I think it is. Like for example, there would be a big old shadow going across there from the arm. I can hear you crying out. What are you doing, Dan? What are you doing? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Imagine Bob Ross had a little breakdown like this every episode. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Have a little tree in here. It ain't making me happy no more. Sounds nothing like him. Maybe if we had more happy little trees. Quite funny just to put out a thumbnail of a really terrible drawing. Come, learn how to draw, just like this. I mean, it looks alright on the camera. That's all that matters, right? Right, I'm going to stop worrying about this. We're going to move on to the fine liners and see if we can't muck it up further, like I just mucked up that line. Right, I'm going to go in with lighter colours first. I've made the mistake of doing the dark ones, slightly darker ones, thinking they'd be okay. Let's just start drawing in some detail, some of these lines. I'm going to do the lip as well, give some detail to the lip. I'm worried about this picture, but you know what? It will be fine. It'll be fine in the end. They always are. Especially when you put the old white Posca pen on there. That's when the magic happens. These are from the pound shop, these Fineliner pens. And for what I'm using them for, they're pretty darn good and cost effective. £1.40 they were. If you were in Czechoslovakia, it would cost you 40 Czechs. I don't know what the currency is there. What is it? It just says Czech, CZK. Costs 40 Czechoslovakians. It hasn't rained like it was supposed to. That's something. To be honest, when I don't have washing out there drying, I love it when it rains. It's my favourite. Love a bit of rain, me. Washes the filth out of the streets. My daughter has been in my pen. She's taken one of my pens. Probably, yes, the black one. Well, this is a slightly darker pink. More like a purple. Let's try and aim for the shadowy bits with this. You know, I could always be neater as well, but I figured what difference they're going to make. It's like painting a turd at this point. Oh, what's this lovely thing you've painted me, Jimmy? You've done ever such a good job on the painting here. It does smell a bit though, Jim. It smells a bit like shit. Oh, it's a painted shit. Good job, Jim. Thanks, Jim. This is an expressionist piece. Oh yeah, I forgot about these little bits here. These little slug membraney bits. Just to give them a little bit of texture. What are your plans for Halloween? We don't really do much in this country, in the UK. I mean, I probably watch more horror films when it's not Halloween, to be honest. Which is to say, I watch a lot of horror films. Now, I need a thin brown, but I don't want it to be too dark. How does this look? Oh, it doesn't look brown at all. Chuck a little bit of texture on those teeth, I suppose. Oh, I need to liven up a bit. But you're all thinking, what colour is his eyes going to be? Probably black. Like my soul and like the hole that I'm falling into with this piece. I do realise there are people out there that can't draw at all, and I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm being a bit flippant, but you can't stop me from being Disappointed in myself. Ain't nobody can stop that. It's my God-given right. To be disappointed in myself. Oh, you've got a bit of gingivitis, sir. Got some bloody gums going on there. Right, I'm going to do something bold and probably stupid, but let's try and darken some of these recessy bits. Yes, it was stupid. It was stupid. So jarring is today's word. Card got full and then the battery ran out. I'm doing some veins and already I'm regretting it. What a disaster. Hey, this is the dark side of making YouTube videos. It's the bits you don't get to see. Battery's running out. Not a fan of these veins, not one bit. I'm going to leave it at that, and it's time to move on to the white pencil. The Prismacolor Premier White Blanc. And to try and save some of this. So I'm just going to start lightening bits. Also helps blend it a bit. I mentioned earlier about impressions, and then I got to thinking to myself that I only really know how to do 3, and they're not very good. That's Gollum. Hello. Which ain't even that good. I could do Christopher Walken a little bit, not very well. I'm sure I'll do it now, and then people will say, that's crap, and you'll be like, well, you're entitled to your opinion. You're probably right. Now, you said all wrong tone. Say it again. I stab you in the heart. A soldering iron. I can only say that one thing. You say all wrong tone. Say it again. I stab you in the heart. You just need to get the old attitude with Christopher Walken. How now, brown cow? Jumped over the moon. Hey Dan, everybody would say, do you Christopher Walken? What's that? You aren't Christopher Walken. You got it. Hey! It's different, his voice has changed throughout the years. That's enough. Christopher Walken. It's enough Christopher Walken for now. I don't want to do it no more. I'm from Brooklyn, I think. I don't know. Possibly. There, you've lost it, Dan. If you ever had it, it's gone. It's done. Right, we're getting a bit more definition going with this white pencil. Getting a little bit more. Hey, Gollum.
Yes?
What are you doing? Why are you doing that?
I don't know why I'm doing it. He just likes doing that.
Well, don't do it no more. I've had enough of you and doing the things. I'd rather you stopped.
Well, you don't tell Collins what to do. Collins is his own person type thing.
Well, I'll tell you now, if you don't stop,
I'll make you stop. Like to see you try, you fuck.
hours of fun. Hours of fun. These are the final touches, by the way. We're getting close to the end. By the way, thank you, patrons. All the patrons are right here. Thanks. If you want to help support the channel, i.e. me, there's a link below. You can like and subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe. That's my thing. I made that up, I think. Now, it is my... Shut up, Discord! It is my favourite bit. That can easily be overused. But this is a shiny guy. This guy is pretty darn shiny, I've decided. And that is the Posca paint pen. Get some lovely glisteningness going on. Let's get that out. Right, let's get it tested. Let's get a bit of shine on. Oh, already. Love doing the old shining. You got the shining, don't you? No, I like doing the old gloss look effect. Down the grain of the teeth, but it is very wet in the mouth, so I've been told. How's that looking? It's making a difference. It's amazing how much a little simple white paint pen can do. Drawing as a kid, didn't even have these pens. They may have existed, I don't know, but I never ever used them. They're reasonably inexpensive. You always have to plan your drawings around where you're going to have the shine. Now I'd like to hear if anyone's got any suggestions for better white paint pens, thinner ones especially, in the chat there. If you have any recommendations. Really should look at reference pictures of shiny things. But I'm a bit worried that if I type shiny things into Google, I'll find a whole new category of pornography. Usually when it comes to pictures, I don't know if you guys are probably a bit sick of me being down on this, down on my work, but I figure it's part of the charm. But the thing is, I think you need to take a step back sometimes and then look at your pictures. I'll have a look at this tomorrow and probably think, hey, it's not that bad. I think I have a picture in my head of what I want to draw, and when it doesn't come out like that, I'm disappointed. Right, I don't think I want to do any more. That will have to do. Now, outline. Let's see if this does anything to help this monstrosity. Right, I've got this is 0.8. 2 hands pigment liner. 2 hands pigment liner. And a nice thick black outline on this, just on the outside. Don't want to go into the drawing at all. Sometimes use this to add some definition, or some extra definition. Like this, with the ridges of the arm. Not very well defined there, but if I do little bendy bits like this, and it helps get that texture across. Preferably I'd have a black background on this thing, but I'm not going to do that. I have food being delivered, so I'm gonna, when we come back, it will be inked. See you in a second. Right, that's the outline done. I want to do one more thing with the Posca pen, and that is the edge highlighting. Often when there's a shadow, it's not edge, I think it's backlighting, isn't it? I think something like that, but it always adds a little something if you just use your initiative. Just do a little backlighting it, just adds a little bit more mood. And I'll do some here. Anyway, there's a lot of shadow. Kind of gives it a bit more of a comic book look, but I'm fine with that. We're already going down that road with this guy. You know what, this guy has grown on me a bit. I wonder how many more of these drawing videos I'll do. I wonder if there'll never be one I do and I'm actually happy with the monster. Straight away I'm thinking, oh, this is going great. I think that's done. I think it's done. Turned out alright. I'm going to sign it. Just down here. D-A-N 2 4. You can just about make that. Dan, that's my name, by the way, in case you're wondering. There you go. Thank you very much for watching. I wonder how long this video is. I got a project coming up for Halloween. It is an actual build. I'm building something for a change. So hopefully I'll see you all for that. Well, I won't see you, but hopefully you'll see me. Thanks. Goodbye. Like and subscribe.